Now, we're going to do TRX chest press. The standing chest press movement is done right from this position, so she doesn't even have to move. All she has to do is step 1 foot forward to give herself some balance. And she's going to take a little bit of her body weight with that front foot. I'm going to leave it up to her to decide how much of that weight she wants to take with the front foot. So as she falls forward into what is essentially a standing push-up position, do the first one, but let your elbows bend and your body move forward like she's doing a standing push-up. She's deciding how much weight to put down into her front leg. So it's really up to her. And you can see the stability requirement in her upper body. Very nice. She's doing very well with this. And it's very challenging because she has to coordinate everything between her hand all the way down to the ground where her feet are interfacing with the ground. She's got all these joints, the elbow, the shoulder, the trunk, the hips, the knees, everything has to be stabilized. So she's interfaced here with the TRX with her hands, but her feet are on the ground. And she's working hard to stabilize everything between the hands and feet. That's really the benefit of suspension training with the TRX. It really does provide a full body workout. It's all core all the time, no matter what you do. I think she's ready for a break. So let's transition to the next movement. You're going to step 180 degrees around, so step forward and turn around, swing one arm up overhead and turn around. You don't even need to let go of the handles. Next we're going to perform rows where she's going to change the angle of her body and her arm position. She's going to perform 5 with her elbows high, then 5 with her elbows at an angle, and then 5 low to work on various angles of pull through the upper body. So now step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, so we have an offset foot position. This helps balance out the weight and make it a little bit easier at the harder bottom part of the movement. So start pulling yourself forward and keep the elbows high, just like she's trying to elbow someone in the nose standing behind her. Hope you don't have to do that on Mother's Day. Good. She's doing a great job of keeping the sternum high. The body line wants to stay even here. Her torso would stay even with that leg that's in front. Keep those elbows nice and high for 2 more, then we're going to transition. She's going to keep the elbows high. That's beautiful. It's very challenging because a lot of postural compensations can come in when you see this movement. Now we're going to transition, keeping the elbows at a little bit of a lower angle. This is an easier angle of pull, so I had her do the harder arm position when she was fresher earlier in the set. As she begins to fatigue, keeping a higher elbow position would become harder and harder. So I transitioned her from a higher elbow position to a progressively lower one as she's getting more tired through this workout. So now we're going to transition on the next repetition. You're going to keep your elbows close to the side of your body. She pulls. She's still keeping her sternum high, which is, she's doing a tremendous job of this. This is so hard to do because there's so much mass that comes down in here and causes you to want to collapse and sort of round forward into the shoulders, which is a position we already spend too much time in. So as she's keeping that position protected while she's strengthening her upper body, she's not only getting a strength benefit, she's getting a postural benefit as well. That's the last one. You did a great job on that one. The last exercise has you turned back around 180 degrees. So you're going to turn again to face away. And let's uncross your TRX strap for you. You'll have a little bit of a better experience. We'll pull this around. If this ever happens, just uncross it and go. She was looking for a break anyway, so let's get you back into position. Hold each handle. Face straight ahead again. We're going to hold each handle. We're going to stand on a single leg, and we're just going to do a little bit of recovery with a couple of those leg swings. We're just going to take a couple of leg swings. She's getting a little bit fatigued, so we're going to get a little bit of active recovery, do a little bit of balance work. So there's not a lot of energy on a movement like this. She's really still working another component of fitness, balance, but she's not able to have this big expenditure of energy here. So let's switch legs, do a few on that side. A little bit of an active recovery before we do our last exercise, which is going to be a squat with a single leg stand, working on strength and balance together. Let's take a few more of those, keeping the knee bent, nice. Keep that right foot nice and relaxed. All right, now let's transition. So again, turn around 180 degrees, swing one arm up overhead, just step forward and rotate without letting go of the handles. Perfect, stand right there. Now let's have you open up your stance just a little bit. Perfect. You'll hold on to the handles lightly just for a little bit of balance. She's going to do a squat, which is an essential movement. If we do it every day, we have to do it in our workouts. We have to train it. Squatting is what we do all the time. Good, down and up. She's going to do a single leg stance at the top. A little bit of balance work. Now, a lot of people like to say, I can't squat because my knees hurt. And their doctors sometimes say, well, gee, if you have your knees hurt, you shouldn't squat. Well, the reality is, if anyone ever tells you that, you need to have them give you some way you're going to sit on a toilet, get in a car, and sit in a chair again. Because squatting is something you have to do every day. And if you do it every day, you have to stick it in your workouts. If we do it, we have to train it. So she's getting a better squat here by focusing on deeper range of motion by using the TRX for a little bit of help and a little bit of stability. She just uses the TRX enough to help her stay balanced in that squat position, and then at the top she comes all the way up and extends the hip, the torso, and the shoulders while she maintains a light grip for balance and stays strong on the stance leg. Very good. Thank you. She did it. All right, now she's breathing pretty heavy, but that's your TRX Mother's Day workout. Moms, everyone out there, there's no reason you can't get fit. How'd that feel?
Oh, that felt great. I wish I had them in my living room.
Now, that was her first time ever using a TRX, so if you think that you can't get fit, you're wrong. This woman's lost 170 pounds over the years. She's been extremely out of shape. I've seen it. I've also seen her transform. She's just a regular person. She's not a super athlete. She's just a regular person who gets regular person fitness, and she just got a little bit fitter today. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Mom's first TRX workout. Told you anyone can do this. And just so you think I'm not a terrible son, her real Mother's Day present is an aromatherapy massage she's going to have in a little while.